starts with love. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I'm designing this rhyme to explain in due time. Oh.
All right, here we are. Browsing Reddit. No, there's no singing going on. That's what you get in lieu of singing. All right. Follow up to yesterday's stream. Hello, Space Dive. Oh, you know what? That'd be helpful if I went there. All right, great. Hello, good morning, everyone. Hey, Proper Artist, D. Calvin, Unexplained Soup, Jaska, Oh Snap, Klein, Dark Barbas, greetings. Some activity. Presumably, Zach has subscribed. Lucen Pub, Doctor or Dark Knight, Mighty Mutant, Mighty Muty Meta, Sloth Art, May Myre, That Nuka Jojo, Rated PG, Ego Bird, Telejanus, yeah, ML Frio. Thank you, Double Cheeseburger, for the bits, and Jake has resubbed. All right. Wow, Jamie's up early or late. Hey, Crispy Egg Roll. Got Poop Kid here. Hey, Petri23. All right, so I'm going to start. I want to finish this Witcher piece. This is the third and final part of it. And I just pulled it into Procreate. And I just realized, did I not bring the pen? I did not. All right, no worries. I can just use my finger here. So I'm thinking. All right. Thinking. I just like normally in the old days, I would have photocopied this image and I would photocopy this image and then use a Sharpie on a photocopy to kind of spot my shadows. So that was interesting. So I'm going to go to full brush down a little bit. So I was thinking what happens if I go, that's a brown. Right. I'm going to go full on black here. Okay. All right, if you can follow along, you'll see. Got that nice. Really no way to minimize that. Except maybe to turn it off. Okay. All right. So I'm wondering if I go full on black here. I'm thinking going black there. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's just see what happens if I go on black here. It's a little misleading because the light's catching the blacks up, the black shapes up there, and so what's happening is it turns kind of gray. Right. So kind of like that. It's just bolder, you know? All right. Okay. Jake Carlson art. What's the best brand of draft table? This one is I think from Restoration Hardware. I bought this 5 years ago, maybe. I don't know if they still sell it. Or yeah, it's Restoration Hardware, I believe. Tim Stacy, yeah. I hope you guys are. I was reading about that Dorian this morning. It looks pretty gnarly, as they say. Just wanted to debut that. That's why I was a little late this morning. Got my computer working. I was so excited. Can you read that? Is the text readable? Legible? Not really. I like how honest you guys are. Or maybe I need to redo it. So art's really dark now. Yes, it is. There we go. And let me do one other thing. Do that. You guys notice that? Very subtle. Yeah, it's brighter, right? Superhero Swimmer. I don't know if I can scan it. Well, maybe I can scan it, but I have to go to a different room. It takes me time. The scanner's not particularly fast. I could take a photo of it before I start inking it. All right, here we go. Now, based on that, what I just did, I'm going to go in. Let me see if I turn this down a little bit. Because I did brighten the camera, so there, adjusted the brightness. Okay, so I'm going to go more to black right here. It's a pretty big brush. I should switch to a smaller brush, honestly. This one's like really for filling in large chunks of black areas. So I'm going to switch that in a second. Kind of see I'm going in. Just taking areas to black that I was maybe hesitant in doing. Because what happens is you put detail in, you get very attached to that detail. It's like I brought this detail into the world. I'm not going to obliterate it. with a swipe of a brush. Even though sometimes less is more, right? I said I was going to switch this brush, but I have not. Actually, on the original, you can still see little bits of gray, probably closing up on screen. Okay. And you get a little bit of glare off that. Wonder if I can fix that somehow, even for my own sake. Let's try configuring this video, bumping up the contrast. All right, that looks better. Yes. Way more gooder. Yes, yes. All right, cool. All right. Oh, great. Pulled up some paper there. I'm going to erase some more of the pencils that just kind of scrag hanging out. Oh, I just realized. Got this hook. So let's see, the light would bend it this way. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with this 0.8 marker and just kind of clean up some of the details. Just kind of clean up the edges a little bit. Pull in some detail off these brush straight, brush straights, brush shapes, and make them into something. Should be rubble. That's where I'm going to sign it, so I got to be careful. Is someone said, "Do you feel um a Popeyes?" Gerard should be holding a Popeyes chicken sandwich bag. Yes, yes, that would be great. Someone said, like, is he a rip-off of Elric of Michael Moorcock? I don't think so. Elric didn't fight monsters. He had Stormbringer. It's a haunted soul or haunted sword that would take in the souls of the people that he killed. Right. So you guys are seeing it also from an angle. Like, this is actually the true. Weird things happen. Like, if you look like that versus like that, look at that. Like, he looks shorter, right? It's 3D art. And then here, he looks very. His arms look longer, his legs. But the truth is, the image is really. For this camera, it's right about there. Hello, Lunatic. All right. So, Jamie, when you wake up at 4:30, have you been up all night, or you wake up extra early? And then do you crash later? Lance Childish Art has subbed. Noah Needles 22 has subbed. Thank you very much. When It Rains has resub. Dire Phelan. Thank you very much, guys. Dad joke counter. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I guess I would redo that just draw emote so it's more legible. I think I just need to put more of a white background behind the letters because the letters are kind of competing with. Correct? What do you guys think? Or the problems run more dire? I think Jamie just wakes up, says hello, and then goes back to sleep. All right, let's put this over here. How is the workload going, Jamie? Are you finding yourself as busy as you want to be in terms of having assignments. Legends Doomsday. I went to the bathroom and paralyzed my left leg watching this. Just realized this is kind of the bricks are going straight, and then I have things collapsing, so I need to adjust some of the line work so that it reflects this idea that the wall has kind of fallen backwards. I think it's a fake background, but I do want to bring some logic and consistency to it. Oh crap, that's where I was going to sign my name. I'll just sign it right here. Okay, and then again, I'm going to clean up some of these shadows. I'm not scared to have the hand disappear into the shadow. The same way I had the leg. Same thing happened. Okay. What's interesting is this right arm is a little buffer than the other, so I'm going to adjust that. Going in with white out now. Gives me an opportunity to kind of pull highlights out. Thin this arm out a little bit. All right. And then what I was talking about with the trees. Are you guys using the Just Draw emote? I do need to work on it. Here you go. Good morning. What manual devilry? Yeah, I did get my Mac to finally work, so I'll work on the lettering though. It's a little hard to read. Okay. Let that dry. I'll put this tape somewhere else. There we go. As that dries. Okay. Okay. Some ink here. Like it's snowing. Just put a little of this white out on this hotel key. I got an emote thanks to Cyberdog K9000's Mega Chair. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Thank you very much, Cyberdog K9000. Cyberdog K9000. Hey, I want to thank you for an awesome party you threw at Comic Con in 1995. There were so many legendary artists, inkers, and colors there. 95. What was I doing in 95? Wow. That's a long time ago, dude. I'm glad you had a good time. DMS Design. Happy 2 years of streaming. Jim, so grateful you can find time to do this. Yeah, it's been great. Janella, can you draw Joker based on the film? I can show you something, actually. Queen City Amusements, thank you for the unusual number of bits. Spence New 52 has resub using Prime. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get a complimentary Twitch Prime membership. You can support any stream you want each and every month. Jedi B311 has resub for 2 years. Happy anniversary, both of us. Thank you for being here. Funny Bob 85 has resubbed as well. Thank you very much. Right Now and Later has cheered as well. Thank you very much. Dr. Drago Madnar and Kiwi Boo, Kiwi Boo 3, Noah Needles 22, all subbed to support the stream. So I got that. And then let's put some more down here to kind of give the rocks a little texture. All right. Yeah, review chat in here for a second. got distracted by the free emote, so. Spain GG, my first stream of the new apartment, watching you and unpacking. Awesome. Congrats. Yeah, create my comic. Yeah, same thing with the tissue smear and the whiteout splatter off a card. It's just practice. Like at this point, I kind of know where it's going to fly, depending on how much ink and how viscous the ink is. It kind of, just has different properties. Cyberdog K9000. It was in the Marriott Hotel in the penthouse suite. You invited a lot of people from Image, Topical Extreme. Todd McFarlane was out in the stairwell smoking. Todd doesn't smoke. You must have had a really good time, though. uh, all right. How did I discover the Flickr method? A street artist. Like, I don't know if it's New York City. One, those guys that basically paint on the sidewalk. Fortunately, I got pics. Oh, good. Put one up that's not too embarrassing. Hey, Chief Corb, thank you for the bits. And Queen City Amusements, or The Secrets of Life. It's the Just Draw emote. Fantastic. Ooh, look at that. That's not good. Just as I was saying, I kind of know where it's going to go. And here we go. Nice big blob. Thank you. It's killing my brush. All right, there we go. And just going to pull in some negative shapes out of the positive shapes, if that makes sense. To taste. All right. So I think this one's done. Let me see if I can. Let's do this properly. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and start inking this piece too. So I've had the benefit of time. This was going to be the Flash 80 cover, and I thought it was a little too static. But the idea is that it's the moment after he's kind of run at us and stopped. It was too similar to a Flash New 52 cover I did. The nice thing about having a little time between drawing something is that you see it differently after you spend some time with it. So he looks longer in this image again because of the angle. If you like look at the real angle, you'll see that it's a little. It, kind of his chest is a little. I don't want to make him too bulky. So let's just try slimming down his legs and arms and see if that will sort of increase the relative size of his chest. This is a fairly blunt pencil. I'm not doing like final pencils. Just kind of doing some very quick studies. That makes sense. If I like that there. Can you hear my neighbors? Hey, DJ Mittens. Thank you for the resub. Glad you can make it. Sorry for the things that have been going on. Just reading some of it in Discord. Hello, Diego and Holly. 5 seconds. Sketch better than my 30-minute sketch. Well, think about it this way. And that 5 seconds represents a lifetime, not a lifetime, 33 years of near constant drawing. So you're only seeing 5 seconds, but there's lots of ancient old man wisdom behind it. I don't know, man. Right? Does that make sense? So don't be so hard on yourself. Think of it this way. I'm a professional. If I couldn't make it look somewhat easy, I mean, I wouldn't be a professional, working professional, right? Move the arm down a little bit. Light source is going to be over here. So that will inform some stuff, and then a backlight over here. So with that little butt shadow, the idea is that this is cylindrical, this is a pelvis, and then there's smooth, and then indents, and then comes back out, right? Sometimes I'll take another piece of paper like this and do this. This one he's not so much running, it's just kind of standing still. Very Kirby-esque wide pose. This is the cover I did for issue 2. something like this. But he had his hand up, sort of like the speed racer. If you Google speed racer running, see what I mean. What I do like about this is that his legs are longer there. Particularly this one. So I'm going to go elongate that. You know what I like? See how like the center of the torso and the pelvis are aligned here? I can just, I'm thinking, just bring it out a little bit more. Minor adjustment. But see how everything gets pulled out? I don't even know if this is the right move, but we'll see what happens. I can always move it back, maybe. So everything, hey, yeah, what's up? I'm just drawing. What are you doing? What? Oh, don't push it. That thing? So if you look over here on the screen, see how there's no background behind me? You see it? Mm-hmm. See yourself right there? See, like we're just on the drawing board? Oh. Right? Mm-hmm. Do you see it? Mm-hmm. So the computer knows that anything that's green it removes it from the image. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Well, what if you draw a superhero who has green skin?
Oh, only this camera behind me. If I draw something green over here, it's fine. But look, see this green here? Mm-hmm. All right, now watch. See how it disappears? Look, right here. See how it disappears? Mm-hmm. So you can draw, like if there was a pen here. Hold on, where am I trying to put this? Right here, see that? Or like if this thing were over here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Anyway. Oh. The real reason why you're here. Okay. Wildlife Arctic by Pixel Heads.
Arctic.
All right.
You're the best.
Thank you. All right, here. You gotta put just right there.
I have to do this finger.
Yeah, it's gotta be the right hand. Okay. All right. Just be careful. Don't knock over anything. I just got. See you later. Someone just came in. And, yep, got played for $5. Yeah, she just like moved right in. Oh yeah, what's that green thing? Like I'm really curious about what you're doing. Hey. Anyway, all right. Yeah, thank you, JTB 685. Yeah. All right, let's get back to this here. All right, so I've moved. Oh, crap. So I moved the hips forward a little bit, and so that's kind of pushing all the leg action forward. All right, so it doesn't feel quite so up and down. I almost feel like I want to do it some more. I like kind of where it's going. All right, although I think this literally is the pose. I'm starting to get very close to the cover I did for the new 52 Flash. And then, of course, I have to move everything over. And yes, you're right. If I were working digitally, this would be a lot easier to do in Liquify or whatever. But I don't know. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't really feel like a lot of work to me. And if you ever have you ever seen like actors like if you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there's a scene where they're acting a scene out, and you see actors doing the same line, the same emotion, whatever, over and over, and like they're professionals, right? So, as a professional artist, I should be able to replicate or draw the same thing over and over again in different angles. So, I think if you're just starting out, you might feel a mild bit of panic kind of redrawing something that you just spent a lot of time, hours and hours drawing, especially if you don't feel like you can replicate what you just did elsewhere, or if you move it over. But if you do this long enough, it's just like saying a line in a movie. You can do variations on it, but all right, let's try this though. I like the hips forward, but now I'm thinking maybe this. Here, I'll draw the feet for you guys because I know there's some weird foot fetish guys out there that just love talking about it. All right, so that's the only way I can explain it. They love like going, "Hey, this drawing's great, except you didn't draw the feet." Fail. Fail. The only problem is I don't know what I drew before. I can't compare and contrast. I should have taken a photo. I'll just back up the stream. Let's lock that leg in there. And let's kick this leg back some more. And we'll twist the ankle down here so this foot is there. We'll rest on that block. Maybe should I have run some distance? Nah. The background starts to get a little floaty. Okay. Keep it relatively down here. And then rather than this. Okay. What do we got going on here? SM Cardi has cheered. Happy Labor Day to those in the States. Looking great, Jim. Thank you, SM Cardi. Nova Prime X. Could the Flash have a suit that is a wingsuit so he can glide somewhere and fly? Well, I think he runs so fast he can kind of run on top of air molecules, right? Nova Prime X, Jim, Mr. Lee, do you cuss? Of course. And Leslie, can the Flash race Usain Bolt? Sure. Thank you for the resub, DJ Mittens. Programmer Art has resubbed as well. Darth Laurie, looking forward to meeting you at Baltimore. Yeah, next two shows are New York Comic Con and Baltimore Comic Con, and then Alamo City Comic Con. Ben Sketchin has subscribed. Okay. I think this is HB led. Feels like it. I used to use F when I was younger, because it would. It's a little harder than HB, so it would smear less. I don't really mind the smearing anymore, so. I think what do I want to do? I can do. Oh yeah, got it. I don't know who came up with that idea in my head, right? Like, who's driving the ship? When you're driving, you if you're going somewhere new, you're consciously deciding go left, right, left, right. But sometimes when you're driving back home, you're not really thinking about it. Your body just knows to turn left and right. Who's in charge? So all I'm saying is, I had an idea to do something, but it wasn't my. I mean, I don't know where it came from. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the unconscious mind. Call Howard Porter for the help on the post. Says superhero summer art. Can you imagine? Hey, hello, Howard. What you up to? Oh, hanging out, enjoying Labor Day weekend. Hey, I got a question for you. If I were to send you an image, nah. You know, the fun of drawing is that you get to do it in the your own private Idaho, right? And frankly, I think for a lot of artists, or maybe just for myself, my preference is to work things out than to ask for help. I'm kind of digging this. So all I did was I lift. I had the knee bent, but it was flat. So all I did is I foreshortened this out. So the knee went from being in this space about here, moving forward towards us here. That creates a foreshortening of this thigh that goes back into space. It shortens this compared to that thigh. This one's relatively straight. And then this leg has to go back into space, right? That's just a simple kind of, you have to kind of learn this, how do knees bend and how do calves and the rest of the the rest of the leg go into space like that, right? So he's got some junk in the trunk over here, so I'm gonna have to pull that in a little bit. Otherwise, it just gets a little too crazy. And then the other one is you could even have like woohoo, footloose and fancy free. Too much. You can foreshorten this calf, so it's a lot shorter. Uh, So the same way I popped this knee out, I'm going to take this knee and push it back into space, because right now it was pretty much in the same plane as this. So think about the sort of the vector lines kind of going this way. So that means we're looking at the top of this boot rather than the side of the boot that I had before, and this leg is kind of firmly planting into the ground this way, like he's stopped on it. Got it? Yeah. All right. So, start inking. There's a 0.4. You know what I'd like to do? Get a little more energy by pulling this elbow back into space. And then that would elongate his forearm here, but hopefully not too freakishly long. But enough that I don't want it to be there, so I'm going to turn it and turn the fist so we see more of the fingers. Although I have an open hand over there, so kind of like that. But then I like the thumb out. See, doing this, you know. You know. What do we got going on here? Thank you for the cheer, Addy M Cyclo Swag, Foxtrot Whiskey, FTW, and Halftone Def. Quick Draw 13. Sure. Yeah. Okay, so I will take a picture of this and post it on Discord so you guys can see what's going on. All right, let me just take a picture up, put it up. This will go into general. And then I'll show you. Someone asked about the Joker. have here? I did do this the other day. I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of dark. It's very blown out by this. But that was cropped and lightened. Wow, it's so much darker on the screen, but this is roughly. Oh, doesn't like it. Download error. Fantastic. Gotta love it. All right, let's try this one. Let's mess around with using Procreate. Obviously, this is time lapse, so this is 30 seconds, but I think it was about an hour spent on this. It just gets darker and darker. So it looks pretty dark, but if you this is the lightened version. Actually, I have to keep it here. There you go. I love painting. Even drawing. If you get up super close, it's so abstract. And it's like, how does this look like anything? Then you pull it back and it works, right? Anyway. I will do more of them. I will. Yes. All right. So now let's take a 0.4 marker. Let's try to do some damage on this here. That's a 0.1. 0.3. 3, 1, 3. You'd think I'd have it organized by size. 5. The pen gods have dictated 5 is the size we're going to go at. Okay, here we go. What time is it? It's noon here. All right. This is a new marker, I can tell. It's got some crazy bounce to the tip. All right. I always forget, is it in? That. In or out? I don't think anyone even notices. Meaning, is it like that? Or is it like, like that? Well, it's like that now. All right. Now this, his chest is going back into space. That symbol looked like it was flat to us, so I have to tilt it backwards into space, which would change the angle of this. I believe. Okay. And then underside the rib cage. All right. All right. You can see that this was, I was doing full pencils because this was supposed to be inked by Scott. And you see, I'm just kind of following it very loosely, what I put down. I think as an inker, you're not tracing the lines, you're drawing on top of the lines. You have to be drawing. So if you're just trying to hit the same lines, you're just gonna flatten the energy. You know? It's tricky. I'm not a great inker. And when I ink other people, I tend to flatten things out. Kinda. But then when you do draw over someone else's pencils, like your own style starts merging, so it becomes a fusion. And if you draw something that the penciler doesn't like, it creates problems. Stop working with one another. It's a 0.5. I gotta use something thinner for the face. Here's my 0.4. 0.3. 0.1. Beliasa, am I streaming WoW today? No. I think we're going to do it like every 2 weeks. So I am going to kind of try to stick to that schedule. That said, I might get on. I don't know. I don't think I've got a pretty busy day ahead of me. Meaning, there might be times where I'm on. And if I am, I will alert people through Discord channel. But I wouldn't necessarily stream it. Especially WoW. I'm not sure what you're watching. Unless it were like a big raid or something like that. It's weird inking over my finished pencils. It's rare that I... Especially since most of this, at least this face, was done a while ago. So I can definitely... I'm thinking about like kind of what Scott Williams has to deal with. He gets pencils for me. Probably like that's too much little noodly detail there to show up in print. A lot of what an inker does is trying to figure out what lines will actually show up, you know, on a printed page. Because there's no point in inking something that's going to close up or not even show up. It used to be different. Printing's gotten a lot better, but if the line were too faint, it wouldn't show up. Right? Okay. All right. Nova Primax has cheered. Static Shock needs a new cartoon animated movie. Can we make this happen? How do we make it happen? I don't know. That's a good question. How do we make it happen? I'm trying to come up with the answer. There's no comic. I don't know if talking about it in social is enough. Maybe bug a creator that's well known for working on the production. Will respond to creative ideas I've found. Meaning, instead of saying, hey, you really should create something with this character, a creator comes in and says, hey, I've got this idea for production. And the story is this. That actually might go over pretty well. So you see me kind of sit back a lot. And because my eyes are so bad now that I can't even see what I'm drawing. I think I'm drawing blind. In other words, especially like this face, I don't see all the little fine lines. I know that they're there because I'm drawing them, so I know mentally in my head that I think they're where they need to be. But I need it. There's a comfortable distance in terms of where I am in relationship to the page, but I can't necessarily see it all. Meaning it's not necessarily in focus, but I get the gist of it. Meaning right there, that I know there's a bunch of lines there. It kind of closes up for me. Like, this is blurry. That's in focus. That's the fun of getting older. Kiwijibo03. Have you heard of glasses? I wonder. Yeah, sure. The only problem is if you are farsighted, and I do have glasses, so it allows me to see this, but then I can't read the screen, right? So, does that make sense? So I have glasses. You put them on. Let's take a look at the drawing. Let's see what the drawing looks like. Holy. Yikes. But then when I look over here, things are blurry. So it's one or the other. I have yes, correct. One great thing about getting older is you lose your eyesight a bit, but you don't kind of care so much. I don't need to see everything. I'll use my imagination. Monocles, yeah, I could get a monocle. I think we did talk about that at one point. Get a monocle. Did we really start this at noon? That's not possible, is it? This drawing I meant. Wait, hold on. When did I post this picture up? I did. See, I feel like I've been inking for an hour. My clock tells me it's about 15 minutes. Is that possible? Well, 11. Oh, yeah, 11. Okay. That has been an hour. Wait, no. I was working on Witcher. I was working on Witcher. Don't confuse me. Yikes. It's sad that I can't even tell that 15 minutes has elapsed. Okay. Okay. 1 hour and 19 minutes? Ice Sapphire. Yeah, but I was working on Witcher. I posted this up at 11. What time did I post it up at? Yeah, I posted this up at 11:56 my time. So it is roughly, yeah, 20 minutes or so. I don't know. Now, get that shadow there, and then the core shadow somewhere in here. Thank you for the cheer. Janella? Okay. What's going to happen to this dry? It's going to get melted down into bits. Oh, eat it. That would be kind of fun. You know. Oh, I did have my pen here. Flash down the toilet. I'm going to cut the flash out and glue them on a popsicle stick. Have you ever done a drawing on a fruit roll-up? No. What else? Needs more garlic, mate. Garlic. Burn it in a flash fire. Ha 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 ha. Ay, ay, ay. I could. What happens if I? Great. There. Now no one will want it. We saw the other page. That was weak. Magic tricks. All right, I'll do it for real. Still want it. All right. Yeah. I'm just gonna take some ink and just throw it down this way. Greetings from Argentina. Such a dad move. Yes, when it rains. Who is this guy? Houdini? That was some master magic right there. Do I ever use scrap paper to block your palm from smearing the drawing? Sometimes. I will riot. A teenager writing is a scary thing. That is true. Been sketching. If I gave it to you, then I'd have to give one to everyone. You know what? I had the smoke going this way, but now I'm thinking, what happens if I do this? Let me see how that looks. sure. No. I don't know if I'm going to have it do so many curly cues because it gets a little too unbelievable. So I'll just have it kind of fade off. As far as what I'm going to do with the art, I've been thinking in my head. I'm like, I do want to reward the people that have been supporting the stream for a long time, but then we'll alienate everyone else. Then the people that have been supporting the stream a long time will be like, well, screw everyone else. I know what they're thinking. I know their type. They're very bloodthirsty, long-time supporters. I could give it to Albert to sell. I could do a silent auction here in the stream. But I would like to do a giveaway. So maybe the giveaway is for the prints that this will be the 2-year anniversary print. And maybe the ones we give away will have like a little remark. No Kahoot. There's a problem with a Kahoot. Is that one of the winners actually was very honest and kind and told me that at least on his screen, it gave him the option of checking out the questions in advance, and so he actually saw the answers. I don't know how that even happens. If any of you other people noticed that as well. I was thinking of invalidating all the results, but then it's not like your fault. It's more like my fault, right? So, yeah. So if we do another Kahoot, it will be online, and I'll just basically open a browser window in the stream, so everyone is basically seeing it at the same time. You won't need to look at it on your phone. You just watch it on the stream. Well, watch on the stream, but then answer on your phone. But I need to do some more research and make sure that it's what I think it is, right? All right, so now I'm going to go in and drop some shadows in. I'm going to go with a smaller brush. This is a, what is this? It's a Winsor Newton Series 7, number 3. Number 3 is the important number. All right, let's just go ahead and be bold and say that there will be areas of 100% black on this figure. Okay. So if I make that decision, then what happens is if I go 100% black on some of these shadows up here. I probably will need to put some blacks on the actual head itself. I'm going to do that later to kind of balance things out. So see how that looks. And then the light's over here, so either this whole bicep's going to be black, or just the bottom part of it. Let's just start with the bottom part, see how that looks. Sure, that looks good. And no underlighting here, just straight black. I also did the shadow of the head right here. I'm not going to go all the way down the pec, but I am going to drop it in. Okay. All right. And let's go ahead and drop in some chunks of shadow there. Core shadow on this forearm. Okay. And then on this hand, the fingers look very long to me, so I'm going to have to trim those fingers down. White out. Okay. All right, so light source still over here. The knee has a shadow. These little things underneath the knee. And then the calf. Parts of the leg that are going back. Space. All right. And let's do that. Connect some of these core shadows up so they're not so broken. And run a core, like if this is round and it's a cylinder, it would be a shadow about 3/4 of the way down. See a lead foot? All right. Okay. Now we're talking about balancing the blacks out. I feel like I need to go all the way to black right here on the temple. Yeah. Let's just do that for now, and then maybe a core shadow right here from the, and right there. And a turning point from light to gray. And same way I have this shadow here, I feel I'm just going to do the backgrounds here. It's a little off screen. You're right. Not a little. It's way. Sorry about that. Andrea Saladino. Ciao. Cosa hai mangiato stasera? Not eaten yet, says Andrea Saladino. It's late. All right. Let's do the shadow. That foot on this rock. Then cast shadow. Go here, right? This is a smaller brush than I was using before. You can see I can get like some pretty nice pointed lines, almost as if I were inking with a marker. Some of the smaller rubble in the center will kind of create a pock-like pattern. It'll create some visual contrast between the larger kind of white areas and then the areas that are in between, like kind of these glacier-like chunks of concrete. Got it? Okay. An anonymous gifter gave Parademon 27.59 from Soul, a tier 1 sub. Very cool. You guys are quite generous. Like the camaraderie. All right. Anonymous has gifted a tier 1 sub to Duck Helmet. That's cool. For 6 months. Create My Comic has resub. Task 93. Junior 5105. Angry Panda has cheered. Thank you very much. Happy Labor Day. Janelle has cheered. Will you be doing a signing in the Burbank area September 22nd to October 2nd? I will not. I will be out of the country or traveling that week. I'll be going to 1, 2, 3, 4 cities in that period of time. Johnny Boy R has subbed. Nova Prime X cheered. Let's talk about static. Legend Doomsday. How can Joker take so many punches from Batman? Maybe his nerves are disconnected. That's not the answer, but I'm just trying to get people to think outside the box. There are instances of people that have that condition, but then they really hurt themselves because they can't tell if like they're being burnt, like they can't literally feel their skin burning. So pain is actually a very good thing. If you don't have pain in your life, you're going to be running and bumping into things. It'll be very bad. Okay, closing in on an hour. Okay. Ooh, something was still wet. Okay. This shoulder muscle will cast a shadow too. All right. It's interesting. I'm looking at the bouncing of the light really makes it look white. It doesn't quite capture the blackness of what's going on there. There we go. Here's what's going on. The art of TK. Jim mostly made me start drawing for real, like really making something of it when I was younger. The ink is glossy, yeah. And also, I'm drawing at an incline. The camera's capturing at an incline. So, okay. 45 minutes. My goal is to finish this by 1 o'clock. Possible, yes. The Art of TK. I know a lot of people tell you that, I'm not sure what, but it was one of your early Superman comics released in Germany that made me want to start doing this too. Awesome. Um, hmm. I'm wondering, I'm thinking about basically taking all this, closing it out. I don't know. Maybe not. JVS Dude 99. I know a lot of people say that there are no dumb questions. No, there are definitely dumb questions. I don't think anyone ever says that. There are no dumb questions. I think it's there's no such thing as bad publicity. Um, to get tired of answering the same questions over and over. No. I mean, they are repetitious, but I have, you know, I think it would be very presumptuous for me to think like, what? You haven't read every interview I've done? You haven't been to every panel I've done? I mean, I have to imagine that some people are coming into this for the first time ever, right? So, Charlene game? Did you just just copy and paste it? That's funny. I'm not saying your question was dumb. I like just goofing with ya, not on you. Big preposition guy. Fitzarino, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? Legend Doomsday. Yeah, go draw and paint. All right. Nearing. So here's what we're going to do. I don't think I'm going to do a silent auction. The pool of people that just have money just sitting around in their pockets waiting to bid on something randomly online is slim. So just give it to Albert. But I am going to this will be the 2 year anniversary stream print, and we'll give away 3 of these, one for every. Actually, we'll give away 4. So we'll give one to a random person in chat. We'll give one to a sub 5, one to a sub 10, and one to a sub 25. Can only win once. The the sub 25 will have a remark on it. Let's do this. Sub 25 will have a remark, and it'll be number 3. That'll be the number 3rd print. Like if one of the mods can jot this down for me, so I don't have to stop drawing. Sub 10 will be a remark, but a higher number, and sub 5 will be the same as yeah. Sub 5 and non subs would just be signed. Regular one and signed ones. Does that make sense? Does that seem fair? No print for Sub Zero. So Silo Rayemi. I think I just explained that there would be. I'm not sure what's going on. Kind of throwing a cast shadow of this area, and then the light kind of bounces in on his hip. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Right? And then the light over here is going to maybe throw a little on the abs like that. Mr. Soggy Sandwich, thank you for the stream. I have to go to sleep. Need to write a test tomorrow. Are you a teacher? Thank you for tuning in. You must be overseas. What else is going on? Ivan the Really Terrible has resubbed. OTC Countdown. A619. Janella, a lot of people are still envious of the One Punch drawing I won from you. Cool. Comic Artist cheer, thank you. This is all a 0.5. I've drawn most of this in a 0.5. This is a larger sketch. It's on an 11 by 17 board. Normally I draw on like 9 by 12, so I kind of use a 0.4, 0.3. Turtle Hermit's Wasipinator. I have not drawn a Transformer. I don't think, have I? That's a good suggestion. It's a nice kind of neutral IP as well. I'll start a thread, or we can talk about it in the Discord. Things for me to draw. I did Witcher, obviously. Official Chirico. Yes, some people love certain characters. You're right. The Art Jedi, he loves Kylo Ren. 11 RPS Smith. You got the DC Legends Artifact Edition. Cool. Yeah, it's a handsome. It's a very handsome volume. I do have to say. Umbra X Lux, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Double cheeseburger, why don't you ink more of your work? No offense, Scott Williams. It's there are people that really don't like my inks either. It's time consuming. I'm not. It's not like my favorite thing to do. Inking figures, no background's fun. Once I start inking a background, I'm not into it. And the structure's honestly a little looser when I ink myself, which can be both cool and bad. Cool in that maybe there's a little more energy than what I typically get if I just pencil it myself. But then sometimes the structure's not so great. But there's no way I would ever fully pencil something like I do for Scott and then fully ink it. Like, well, that just like double the amount of work. And so when I ink myself, it's almost like I'm drawing with the ink as opposed to drawing with pencil. Right? But I tend to be more daring with like where I spot the shadows when I ink myself, which is fun because it's something that I've always kind of struggled with my entire career. It's like, I know I want to put more shadows in there, but scared. When I ink clouds, I'm holding my breath. I just realized. I don't know why. Sometimes when I draw, I blow, like I'm lifting weights or something. Very strange. Okay. Drawing is muscle memory. Yeah, sure. All right. So, I'm going to end the stream here. It's been 2 hours or so. I feel like there's still stuff I want to do on this piece, though. It involves whiteout and an eraser. But there's like pencil line throughout. So what I would do is go in and lightly erase some of this. So I'll give you a sneak peek. And I'll post this, even though it's not done. I'll post it in channel. All right, so you can see how it is a 0.1. No good. But before we go, please thank all the mods. We got Kirihiko here. We got Crispy Egg Roll. We got Poop Kid. Labor Day. They are here. Short notice. Taking time away from their busy lives to support this channel. So appreciate their help, not just now, but over the 2 years. It's been fantastic. And then we're going to go raid somebody afterwards. And that's a lot of fun, too. Shine the light on new creatives here on Twitch. So, like, what I'll do is I'll take white out like this, and this thigh looks a little jacked to me, so I just come in and just clean that up a little bit. Right. Shorten these fingers just a little bit. Right. And then I'll splatter some white out here to create that dust effect. Maybe some black splatter here to show a bit of black and white, salt and pepper. And then I will go in and pick up the seam lines. Like, for example, like if I go here, it'll be like, and I use kind of the edge of this metal nib. And what that does is it gives me a much thinner line. So, right. Okay. So you get the idea. And then even here. I want this to be a lot darker. So crosshatch to bring this value to a darker place. Maybe even like a core shadow that's kind of black. And that will bend the leg more. So, you get the idea. It's the flash. Pop that up. But before we do that, we are going to give away, we're going to name the winners that get the prints that we were talking about earlier. And we'll go to our handy Nightbot. That's just a nasty shadow on this. Probably gonna go even darker in here. I might actually finish this in the next stream, just so that you guys have it for posterity. Sure, why not? But here's another work in progress shot. All right. Okay. All right, let's figure out. Let me get Nightbot set up here. Trusty Nightbot friend. All right. This one will be for anyone in chat. you have to be an active user, so you just have to have had said something in the last 5 minutes. This will get you a signed print of this when it's done. Go in here. It's actually a great gray wash. This was sitting in water. And kind of interesting. Just makes things a little darker. Lighten that a little bit. And let's darken that central area there. Okay. Okay. And then actually dry a little lighter too. Okay, here we go. This is for a regular signed print of the Flash 2-year anniversary print. It will be life size, 11 by 17, I believe. So good luck. The winner is the FP. He's been following since August 19th of this year. Okay, someone track that. The FP. The FP, please go to Discord. That's where I will reach out to you. Or maybe a mod will reach out to you so we can figure out shipping, but it'll be, you have to pay for shipping. It's like $20 or $40 depending on where you live in the world. Okay. All right. Now, the next one will be for just subs. So I got to take out ordinary users, take out regulars. Okay. All right. So if you are a sub, just type something into chat. Okay. So this will be if you're sub 5, sub 10, sub 25. Okay. Ah, look at that. Kirihiko enables subscriber only mode. Very cool. All right, here we go. Gonna roll it. Quick draw 13. Jamie, the man who woke up at 4:30 in the morning. Congrats. Maybe I'll draw like a little hush on that one. Even though I said that one wouldn't, but since you've been such a long time supporter, I'll hook it up. All right. Congrats. All right. Now we're going to do one more. This one, you have to be sub 10 or 25. The only, so you want to type in either the Mason or the Batman emote to be eligible. I think I'm gonna have to wait 1 second though. I think I'm gonna have to reset eligibility, yeah, because it didn't. Oh, keyword. No, you know what? Just type. Actually, just Jim Lee Mace, please, because that's the keyword I'm putting in. There we go. So if you're sub 25, please type in Jim Lee, capital M A C E. Okay. All right, you guys are loading in. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Let's give me the number of eligible users. Give you 30 seconds more, or 15. 15 is a lot. All right, we're going to do this now. Here we go. Good luck, guys. Mindfwalk, following since December 16th of 2018. Mindfwalk. You want to please type in Jim Lee Mace just to verify. Got it. Awesome. All right. Now, this one we're typing in Jim Lee Bats, I believe, right? Is that what it is? Okay. All right. And it's loading in people once you've typed in Jim Lee Bats. For the people that have been hanging out, I will do one more at the very end. Open to anyone. It's just a signed print, so we'll actually give out two. But this one will have a remark on it. It'll be number the third print, the third, number 3 of whatever we decide to make this, either of 25 or 52, whatever the demand is. Beliasa coming under the wire, subbing at tier 3. All right, here we go. Give it another 5 seconds for people to load in. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. PMQ 182, subbing since June 15th or following since June 15th of 2018. Please type in Jim Lee Bats just to verify. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. All right. Here, we're going to do one more that's general for everybody. So let me just take out the keyword. You just will have to have said something in the last 5 minutes. Just type something in. So the eligible count is way back up. Oh, they've really fixed up Nightbot. This was very glitchy, but I am seeing everything kind of update much quicker and better. So it's good. All right, guys, this is for a numbered print, just signed, and you'll have, all the winners will be responsible for their own footage postage. All right, thank you guys for hanging in here on Labor Day, tuning in 2 days in a row. I want to thank the mods again, and I think I'll be streaming next Sunday. I think, yeah. Wait. No, I'm not going to be streaming next Sunday. So 2 Sundays from now, sorry. Next Sunday I have an anniversary weekend with my wife. Should not forget these things. Anyway, here we go. Good luck, guys. The winner is Carrot Man 007, following since December 30th of 2018. Congrats, Carrot Man. All right, now we're going to go raid somebody. So come hang out with us for a little bit. And see what happens here. Have a good one, guys.